is the game by Guerrilla Games, which is pretty cool because they only made first-person shooters before, but they've come in with a survival action open world title. This is pretty much a world infested by great machines, as you can see here with our focus ability. We've got some broadheads. But so far so good. I'm really enjoying this, and this is probably the biggest PlayStation release to date, I'd say. I know Ghost Recon Wildlands comes out today, I think it is, but after playing the beta of that, I'm not so interested in that. The map is huge in this. Like you can see, I've only explored this little section here. I've been playing around 10 hours, so it's not like I haven't done anything, but we got all this map to explore still. All these icons is because I bought a certain map. Let me show you. Special items. These maps show me where these things are. I haven't really bothered to try and look for them yet, but got loads of blast traps. These boxes are things you gather from machines and whatnot. You got your weapons, standard spear, and you get loads of different bows that you can buy from merchants. Outfits as well, all do different things. You can add modifications to them as well, which give you different boosts. Resources, I got a ton of resources. So yeah, and you can craft more carrying capacity, you can modify weapons, modify outfits, you can craft traps and potions. Health potion here, health boost potion, full health potion, resist potions. There's a lot to do in this game. You can also fast travel, but in order to do so you need to make fast travel packs. You can either find these around the world, or you can craft them yourself. So you can pretty much craft everything. There's a skill tree, Prowler, Brave and Forager. I've put a lot in Forager right now, just so I can get a lot of resources to start up with. But we're not going to do any skills right now. I like to hold them out and then see where we go from there. So there will be spoilers in this because I am on a main quest at the moment, a secret at the gates. So this reminds me a lot of, have you ever seen the Divergent or read the Divergent books? Seems quite similar story sense from what I'm getting. We're part of a clan or tribe called the Nora, and we were an outcast at the start of the game, but then things happened and now we are a seeker for them, which is like a blessing from the priest women, matriarchs I think they're called, but we'll call them priest women. So now we can go wherever we want, whereas other Noras aren't allowed to leave the sacred land. So we're just following this little tracker thing here. You can turn this off, but this is actually quite useful because in games like Skyrim, for argument's sake, when you've got that north, south, east, well, we got a bandit camp, we'll do that. We'll do that, definitely. Let's have a look. Yeah, when, like in Skyrim, you got the north, south, east, west map at the top. You haven't got a mini map, but in Skyrim you find yourself just getting lost all the time and not trying to find the path that you want. So this is definitely a good thing to have on if you're so inclined to do so. Where's this bandit camp? I don't know why I'm sneaking yet.
Broken long ago. So this was the Nora border.
Aloy's quite an interesting character. Oh dear, here's Here's a guy. We could try and headshot him, I guess. Second time around, that'll do. It's Nora, prisoner, we need to free them. That'd be useful. Yeah, she's a pretty interesting character. She can come off a bit corny sometimes. She's pretty serious, which isn't always a bad thing. Right, let's try and do a stealth kill here. Oh dear. I slipped down. Just sneaking, sneaking, sneaking. Sneak, the sneak, the sneak. Silent strike. Yeah, this thing I keep doing is a focus, which is a relic from the metal world, and this is where I say it's quite similar to Divergent, but probably the other way round. In Divergent, they're in a actual, what we would call a real life city, and outside is pretty barren. It seems to me that we're barren, but there's a thing called the All-Mother. Oh, he's tough. Yeah, there's a tree called the All-Mother, and inside it's very sci-fi. And early on in the game, you go there and it denies your access. Let's try the sharpshooter bow. Oh dear. Alright, everyone's alerted now, so shit's gonna go down. Everyone's looking for me. Oh dear. In the head. Shot in the head. Do some melee combat. Oh dear. This guy's pretty tough. Oh, not so much. Thought I could do a strike from... Oh, she went flying. I have unlocked the ability to do strike from above, but I just simply cannot work out how to do it. Kill them dudes.
Make 'em bleed.
Don't lose her.
Dead. Completed bandit camp. Nice. Yeah, so the main enemies you're going to be fighting in this are the machines, which I think there's around 26 I think is the count number for the amount of machines in the game, which does seem pretty low, but they're also diversely made that you can sort of appreciate that there's only 26. I think if we go to the notebook, I've encountered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I've encountered about half the machine so far. That's 10 hours in. So you're not going to find all the machines straight away. Let's do a save. We've got a merchant now in this base. Let's just loot all these dudes. We haven't got enough space. Okie dokie. So here's a merchant. And they seem to sell only the same weapons all the time. That's the only options I've had. Every merchant has a free sample box, so make sure to do that. Sell these modifications. You get so many modifications, but a lot of them are all the same. Some resources are just for selling, like this one, selling for metal shards. So we'll just go ahead and sell these things that we don't need. You want to keep your animal stuff. If you see a wildlife running around, just kill it and loot it. That's the best thing to do. Literally. Let's craft some ammo. We can craft on the fly, which is pretty nice. Metal shards are the currency in the game, but they're also used for crafting, which is pretty interesting. You pay for things with these metal shards, but you also need them to craft the likes of arrows and all other sorts of bits and bobs. So yeah, we got the hunter charging bow, the trip caster which creates traps, the sharpshooter bow which I showed you is the long range one, and the rope caster which maybe we'll get to see. If you encounter a bigger machine, it's always best to use your rope caster or your trip caster and knock them down so you get a few easy shots on them. Resources are aplenty, as you can see. You don't need to save right now. We do need to heal though. We use the medicine pouch for that. As you can see in the top left hand corner, my health just went back up to 380 and that green bar below it went down. That's the medicine pouch. So at the moment I've got 2 full medicine pouches and 3/4 now of the third one. I think I can hold 3 full ones and then another bit, or maybe just 2 full ones and another whole one. Not entirely sure. Sounds like fighting. Oh, we got some corrupted machines. Oh, there we go. We can we got a big ass corruptor there. Oh shit. So this is definitely a rope caster type of fight. Oh dear. We're in a bit of spot of bother right now. There's a watcher, they're the weak ones. Rope this guy down. Major issues going on right now. Right, let's try and blaze this guy. Set him on fire and things happen. He should blow up any minute. Excellent. Stray Watcher, his weakness is his eye. Shoot him in the eye and he dies. The looting system is a bit long. For just like resources on the ground, you just have to press triangle. But to search him, for example, you have to hold it and then press triangle again. Too many things are bound to the triangle button, which is really annoying. I'm not entirely sure why they have done that. Let's just make some arrows while we're at it.
Girl, approach.
Girl, approach.
So,
Yo, what's going on?
will you open the gate for me now?
Excuse me.
You heard her. Open the gates and send word to Captain Balon. Where you headed, girl?
West to Meridian.
The way of broken stones is a hard run, even in the best of times. You might want to have a word with Captain Balon. He came from Meridian not long ago. You find him in the fort, on a balcony to the left overlooking the valley.
Okay.
That sounds nice.
We're the ones who should be thanking you for taking down those machines. Walk in light, Nora.
Whoever's in charge here might know if you could.
Yeah, so as you can see, she's why can't I save here? There we go, save. Level up rewards. So where's the mission for the captain? There's some side quests up here. Karja. So these Karja guys are the they were the enemy, and then some king died, and then now we're friends again.
Captain Balon, I have questions for you. First, about another Nora woman who might have come through here. And second, about the trail to Meridian. What can I expect on the way?
Well, it was definitely another Nora. No way I'd forget that. She caused an incident. As for what to expect on the trail, nothing good. More machines all the time. And our scouts report corruption that way as well. So much for sealing things off. Keep to the roads. They're safe enough. Though after what you did at the gate, I'll wager you don't scare easy. It's a good quality. I could put it to use, if you don't mind a quick jaunt back east. I know it's bold of me to ask a favor after you just did one, but I can offer you answers in return. If there's anything you need to know about the Sundom.
Yeah, so she's a pretty serious main character, which is it's good in a way, really good main protagonist, but at the same time it gets a bit stale listening to her talk.
Lakir told us to pull back. Then I lost sight of the others.
Never seen a Nora.
I don't know what's going on right now. I'm just talking over this.
Lakir always stresses reporting back, so that's what I did. I felt terrible about leaving them behind.
Now that the gates are open again, I can send someone after them.
You said something happened with Nakoa.
The Nora girl? Yes, something happened. Attempted murder. Prefect Zaid can tell you more about it. You can find him near the main tower, up the steps.
Wait. Zaid is here.
He is. Look, I've heard what your people say about him, but he swears it's a case of mistaken identity. Now, if there's a shadow to him, I've never been able to prove it, and the forbearance he showed towards this Nakoa woman was impressive. Oh, speak to him. Maybe he knows where she went. And try not to assault him, please.
I'll see what I can do about your missing men.
I will be grateful, but not as grateful as Waleed. You hear that, lunkhead? You might be off the hook.
So what are these dudes doing? No. Talk to Zaid.
The longer this split with the Shadow
Where is he
Guardian
then?
lasts, the more prices will go up. Don't forget to stock up before you're on the road.
Am I allowed to do that? Is that thieving or?
Refuse to buy from an Oseram.
Buy what you need. Leave the rest. This dries quickly.
You're Zaid.
And you're Anora. I can tell from your tone you've heard of me. Let me ease your mind. There seem to be wild stories about me among your tribe. But the Nora have me mistaken for someone else. I'm not sure where the fault lies, but the fog of war often breeds confusion. Unfortunately, some refuse to acknowledge the error. So it was with the last Nora who came through here.
The last Nora who came through here. You mean Nakoa?
Is that her name? Oh well. It was a very unfortunate situation. She attacked me in broad daylight. If one of my men hadn't spotted her, I might well have been injured. But we were able to subdue her without harm.
What did you do with her?
I let her go, of course. It was clear she thought I was responsible for unspeakable things. So, in a sense, her actions were justifiable. I explained that she was wrong, then sent her on her way. Sadly, I don't think she believed me.
Where is
Where is she
Nakoa
now?
I don't know exactly. She left raving that she would find a way to bring me down. But I did hear a report from the garrison at Lonesome Rock that a young woman had been abducted by bandits. Might have been her.
So you deny participating in the Red Raids?
No, I didn't say that. I did have a role in those operations, albeit a very limited one. But all this nonsense about torture and murder, that wasn't me. They have me confused with some other commander. I don't doubt some of my comrades did bad things, but Sun King Avad has worked hard to eliminate such brutality.
You've
Okie
really gone out
dokie.
of your way to help, Prefect Said.
It's no trouble. The Sun King wishes to make amends with your people, and I am his humble servant.
I'll go to Lonesome Rock and get to the bottom of this. I promise you that.
You do that. And if our men are anything less than helpful, please let me know.
Okie dokie.
Can't trust him, not after what Jan told me. That garrison is my only lead.
Now she's talking to herself again. Set that as the active one. The hunting grounds actually, I don't really enjoy them. It's like trials. Wasn't really feeling it, so I haven't done them. Right, we gotta go this way. Is this back out the way we came? That's alright. The Forsaken Village. You can get a mount in this. You cannot get a permanent mount, so it seems, which is quite frustrating. You know, just being able to call your horse or whatever is pretty useful in open world games. On this one you have to override a certain machine, mainly a strider, and then once you've done that, then you can mount him for a certain amount of time before he becomes unoverridden. Then you have to override another one, and it's like, as you can see, I can see no striders right now, so I just have to run down the valley. Oh shit. Straight, oh hello. Broke him down. Now blaze the hell out of him. It's a pretty tough one, this one. Sawtooth. Especially when you've got the little annoying ones coming after you as well. He's blown up. Oh, he took him out as well. Excellent. Oh shit. Got some quick fire arrows here. Dead. You have a fair amount of XP for killing these machines though, so it's definitely worth your while. And the abundance of medical plants is pretty good. Loot that lance horn. Did I loot this sawtooth? I can't remember now. Some chill water, medicine. He didn't have much anyway.
These will keep.
So really, loads of resources. You never run out of them. I've always got at least 2 or 3 heals in my medical pouch. I have got health potions as well, which I don't really use. Some more machines. Couple of watchers. Straight in the eye, dead. Whereas if you hit it in its metal body, then it does like 2 damage. So the accuracy is really, really important. Meleeing is not the most effective thing you can do in your time, but as you can see now, even when I'm hitting the eye, because they've turned to red eye watchers, they're more powerful now, so a one-hit kill is not possible. It's got to be on an unaware enemy.
The machines must have come across Captain Ballon's patrol here.
Go investigate this place.
One of the Carja soldiers fell here. The other soldiers.
So what are the thoughts on the game so far then? So far so good. I'm really enjoying what I'm playing. It is quite worrying. It could possibly get old before we get to the end game, because I think the story is going to be really interesting. It started off really quick, really good, and then it is sort of starting to drag on now a little bit.
Did anyone survive? At least his death
But
came quickly.
I think this game is a really well-rounded game. There obviously is the issue of there's nothing really innovative in it, which I can see why people are saying that. It borrows from Assassin's Creed, from Far Cry, from Uncharted, Tomb Raider, them sort of games. It doesn't have its own identity, so to speak, but at the same time
This can't be the helmet from the last.
it does all them things really well and blends it all into one. So yeah, this has been Horizon Zero Dawn. There's not much else to show you at this point. I will come back to it later on in the game and tell you my final thoughts on it. But thanks for watching, guys, and until next time, I'll see you later.